Okay, good day to all. Before anything else, I would like to introduce first myself. My name is Pio Neil Omadlao, a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Filipino. Today, I am going to open a central system unit of a computer and try to locate its major parts. So I am doing this demonstration for it is one of the requirements for ranking. I don't have the in situ certificate, but because the classes are still ongoing, but I am hoping for your kind consideration and for your understanding. Okay, let's proceed. So I have here a central system unit of a computer. This central system unit of a computer serves as the main system of a computer. It means that it contains all the major parts, or it contains everything. So this time, the first major part that we're going to locate first is the motherboard. It's the motherboard. So the motherboard, the location of the motherboard would be this, would be right here, would be right here, from here till here. So this one. So this one. The function of the motherboard is that it allocates power to other computer hardware components, or it provides connectivity between computer components, hardware of a computer. So that's the function of the motherboard. The next one is the ODD or the CD-ROM. So the location of the ODD or the CD-ROM would be right there or right here. So this would be the ODD or the CD-ROM. The function of this CD-ROM is that it is a device that uses photodiodes to detect reflecting lights on optic discs and uses laser to write and read. So example for that is that if your files are saved on a disk or on a CD, all you have to do is, in order to open that data or saved files, you have to use the ODD or the CD-ROM. Okay. Next one would be the computer chassis. So this would be the computer chassis, the function of this computer chassis, or just say it contains all the major parts of a computer. That's the function of the computer chassis. The other one, next one would be the HDD. When we say HDD, it's uh, it is called hard drive disks. So hard drive disk would be on this part, would be on this part, this one. This one would be the HDD or the hard drive disks. Um, the function of this HDD or hard drive disk is uh, it serves as the computer main storage where all the data are being saved permanently, and that's the function of this HDD. So the next one is the PCU. When you say PCU, the power supply unit. So the location of the uh, PCU or power supply unit would be right here. This one would be the PCU, right? This one, PCU. The function of this PCU is that it regulates power for the internal components of the computer. It regulates power for the internal components of the computer. So that's the function of the PCU or power supply unit. Next one would be the video card. So the video card is the location of the video card would be in the motherboard, would be in the motherboard, would be in the motherboard. So the location would be right here. This one would be the video card. This would be the video card, this one. So it is commonly known as the graphic accelerator card or video card. The function of this video card is um, to generate and display images uh, to a computer monitor. That's the function of the video card. So that's it. Next one would be the RAM or the random access memory. So the function of the RAM would be in the or the location of the RAM would be in the motherboard also, and it is located right here. This one, this one. Okay, this one would be the location of the RAM. RAM, or the random access memory. The function of the RAM to mean is to store data permanently. When we say RAM, it means that to store data permanently. The other one would be the heatsink, or the CPU fan, or the blower. So as what you have noticed inside this chassis, or inside this central unit system, there are three blower or heatsink or CPU fan. The purpose of the CPU fan or the blower is to prevent from overheating. So that's it's a function of a blower or the CPU fan or a heat sink. The last one would be the CPU. The CPU would be the important of all parts because it serves as the central processing. Because it means central processing unit, and it serves as the brain of the computer. So the location of that CPU would be in the motherboard also. But as what you have noticed, this big blower right here is the location of the CPU at the back of this big black blower. The purpose of this blower is to cool down the CPU. That is why it is directly faced down to the CPU, because in order to cool down the CPU. So I think that's it. And thank you and good day to all. Bye.